Okay, let me see why you guys don't see it. Okay, let me see this time. Okay. Yeah. Now, do you see it?
Yes, now I can.
Okay. So the first question is, what languages do you speak? For my part, well, my mother tongue is Vietnamese. I always wanted to learn English and French. I use English for my daily life since I'm living in the US. For French, I love listening French music. What about you?
Yes. Besides my mother tongue, I can speak in English, although not very well. Um, yes, just simple.
Okay, what's your mother tongue?
My mother tongue is Vietnamese.
Okay, cool. And then how long have you learned English?
Um, uh, Long time. Yes. I I I learned English at university, and recently I learned English with my with, I learned online in learn I study online with my friend.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so pretty much you started learning English when you were in university or you were a student in university, and recently you came back, right, to learn your English online with your friends. Got it? Okay. So next question. Chat. Wait, I'm sorry. Okay, Ian, do you think learning languages is important? My turn. Absolutely. Learning foreign languages, especially English, allows us to be able to communicate with others. It can also help us study more effectively since we can search for almost everything on the internet in English. What about you?
Uh, I think um, learning English is very important because because it helps people to understand each other.
That's it?
That's all.
That's all? Okay, so you said that it's important to learn a foreign language because it helps people to understand each other more. So you said understand each other means the person who not speaking your mother tongue, right? You mean the person uh, that speaking a different language, right?
Learning foreign language, especially English.
So you can say learning foreign languages, especially English, allows me to be able to communicate with others.
Allows me to be able to communicate with others. Yes.
Okay, good. Um, Lin, can you ask Ying one question?
How long did you learn English?
I learned English a long time, but I I didn't learn um, um duration. I don't know how to say that. I want to say I learned English and I stopped for a while, and after that I learned.
So you mean you like you kind of like interrupted. That means you take a break for a long time. You learn English, then you stop for a while, and then you continue. So because you learn the word consistent, right? You will learn the word consistent. So you can say, I learned English long time ago, but it was not consistent. It was not consistent, right? Not consistent, that means you take a break in between. You stop for a while and then you continue, and you stop for a while and then you continue. So that means inconsistent, right? Inconsistent.
Inconsistent.
Un means not. Okay. Okay, JP. How? Wait, let me see. Okay, let me go. How did you learn languages that you know? How did you learn it? For example,
Actually, like,
how did you learn English?
yes, okay. Generally, any language can be learned by communicating.
Communicating. Okay.
Okay, to other peoples,
Mm-hmm.
and like prefer. Okay, I prefer to go spoken English centers.
Okay.
I remember, like, when I was in 10th class, I went to learn spoken English class.
Okay.
Yeah, so I prefer to go.
Okay. So you are one of the ways you learn English is to join in or to participate in or to go to English center, especially you focus on spoken English, right? Classes, spoken English classes. Okay. Let's see what
Yes.
that. Next to link. Do you think that English is difficult to learn? In my opinion, every single language is not your mother tongue is difficult to learn, and English is not an exception. I mean, it might be easy to learn grammar and vocabulary, but it takes quite a long time to practice using language fluently. What about you?
Okay. In my opinion, I believe that yes, uh, at the beginning, I thought that learning English is difficult because it's compared with my mother tongue. It is different, very different. But I feel exciting when I
Okay, JP, can you unmute your mic if you're talking to someone?
Sorry. My dad, he talked behind
No
me.
problem. But if you want to talk to someone, just unmute your mic so we can hear the other.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Okay, Lynn, go back. Start over, please.
yeah. Yes. Um, at the beginning, I thought that learning English is difficult because if I compare with my mother tongue, is different, very different. But when I but after that I feel very exciting when learning English.
Okay. So the first time you learn, you think it's difficult. It's
Yeah,
more difficult than your mother tongue. But then
yeah,
toward the end, on the process of learning, you think it is not as much difficult as what you thought. Okay. Okay, good.
thank you.
One next. Okay, Ian, do you think foreigners should learn your language when they come to your country? For my part, well, it's obviously in their best interest to pick up few basic words or phrases in local language, like Vietnamese, if they go to visit Vietnam. Firstly, it's an interesting experience to try to communicate with the locals in their mother tongue. Besides, language is part of any culture, You can understand more the culture, why the means of communication. Okay, so what about you? What about you?
I think foreigner if learn if learn Vietnamese when they come my country, but I like it. But I think it's very difficult to do that because I think learning a new language takes a lot of time, and I think that is impossible. And when they are just traveling here in a few days, um, the best way is to speak English. It is the common language. I think it is easier.
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 Okay.
Yes.
All right. Let's see if we have anyone. Okay, so all right, let me stop sharing this one and we go back to that one. Okay, so you guys did great. So first of all, Lynn, if you want to ask for how long someone has to learn English, so it's the best tense to you is present perfect tense. So you will say, how long have you learned English, right? How long have you learned English? Okay. So the person, when they answer you, they can say since, for example, I learned English since 2000, or I have learned English for 10 years, or I have learned English for 3 months. Okay. So usually we use present perfect tense to ask this kind of question. Okay. And then, so if you want to say, it is more, you say that like first at the beginning you think English is difficult um, compare with your mother tongue or something like that. So you can say it in a more clear sentence. It is more difficult than my mother tongue. It is more difficult than my mother tongue at the first time when I started learning English. But later, I think it is okay, right? Or something like that. Yeah. And then you could say it is totally different from my mother tongue if you want to express that idea. Okay? Got it? Ying, how come it's frozen? You frozen, Ying? Are you still there? Okay. So how about you, JP? If someone go to India for a trip, what do you think? Do they need to learn some basic Hindi? I mean Hindi, to help them in communication.
Sure. Like some basic words, like they need to learn. If they come, if they visit first time,
Mhm.
I think they can manage like body language or any use any translate app.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
So, are there a lot of people in India speaking English?
not much.
Not much. Oh,
Not
right.
much. Like if they study, they
Mhm.
can.
All
I
right.
think in India, few people's like nearly 60% they didn't study.
But I believe, like the tourist attraction or tourist areas,
Yes.
most people in those area know English, right? Because
Yeah,
they receive a lot of like foreigners or
foreigners.
international travelers in those areas. So pretty
Yes.
much they know basic like people selling something, they know how to ask how and they know how to say the price, like
Price. Yeah.
whatever,
Yes.
right? Or you can ask how much is this or something. Or you don't know the names of the item you want to buy, you want to buy, you can point to the item and say, how much is this? How much is that, right? So
Yes.
we can use very simple. So I mean by asking that question is, if I go to France, so I might learn some words, say hi, right, bonjour, au revoir, bye bye, something like that. So you experience how when you use the language that they are speaking, you feel good, right? Of course, you don't know all, but it is always good to learn some basic. For example, if you go to the hotel, yeah, you can say hi to the receptionist, all right?
Yes.
Or you can ask some kind of basic question. So, all right, so let's see. Any questions so far?
Teacher,
Yes.
you say is the topic you um don't know how to say, but can you send your topic you read?
You mean the sample of my answer? Okay. So now, this is your next one, and this is just the discussion. It's not the real speaking yet, but next week will be the real one. So you're going to tell me the ways you learn English. Okay,
Yes.
the
Mhm.
ways you learn English. Everybody has different ways of learning is something new. So, for example, for me, I may first way is to practice speaking English with my friends. When I have time, I call my friends and we go out in a coffee shop or something like that. And when we practice speaking English, right? The second way I can do to improve my English is listening. So I will turn on TV or a talk show. I can go to YouTube channels and search for English conversation and try to listen. Okay.
Yes.
And the last thing, just tell me three things. The last thing I think writing or reading. I mean, like reading is important because through reading I can learn vocabularies, right? Then I know the topic, or I can know more, or gain more knowledge um, in different kind of fields in English. So it enlarged my vocabulary. It's something like that, you know? Okay. So let me put this one up for you. And then give me a second. Then I will show you the structure, right? So
Yes.
the
Yes.
structure. Okay. So Google slide. Hopefully this one. I'm not sure. Let me make a new one for you. For example, here. Okay. Okay, let me make it smaller. Okay, do you see the screen now? Yes. Okay, so speaking, right? Now, so the first thing to say, if somebody asks you about ways to do something, do you think that is just one way, or there are many ways to do those kind of things? What do you think? Hmm? If someone asks you about the ways to do something or to learn something, now do you think it is just one way to do that, or there are many ways to do that?
There are
I
many ways
think
to that.
Yeah, so you can start with, there are many ways
Right.
to learn a foreign language.
Yes. To
Right?
learn foreign language. Foreign language.
Okay. There are many ways to learn for sure, right? Right. And then you can tell me your background. What is your background? So it
this
means that your background means where you come from. Where do you come from? So I am from whatever country, like Vietnam or India. India, right? Vietnam, I got it wrong. Vietnam, India. So, what language are you learning? English, for example. So, English is not my mother tongue,
My mother tongue.
right? Mother tongue, right? it becomes a second language, right? That I love to learn. For example, language that I love to learn. Okay, so that's it kind of like general. You want to say it in general. Well, there are many ways for, in my opinion, or I think, or personally, I think there are many ways to learn a foreign language. I come from Vietnam. I'm from Vietnam. I'm from India. So English is not my mother tongue. It becomes a second language that I love to learn, right? Okay, so you will say the first way I learn a foreign language, such as whatever language, English, Spanish, whatever, Japanese, right? Such as English is what? Okay, then you will tell me more. Then tell me more. Okay, so for example, the first way I learn a foreign language such as English is to practice. Speaking. Okay, now tell me more, Ling. We cannot stop right here, right? You cannot stop right here. You need to explain more. So if I say the first way I learn foreign language or foreign language such as English is to practice speaking. Now, what can we say next, Ling?
Yes, listen to music.
No, you need to stick with practice speaking. How do you practice speaking?
To practice speaking
With friend.
I usually, and you continue, I usually practice, usually practice speaking with my
friend.
when
My friend.
At weekend.
At weekend, yeah.
At weekend,
Where?
but sometimes we hang out.
Yeah, sometimes we hang out
at coffee shop.
In the coffee shop.
In the coffee shop.
Or cafe, in the cafe, right? And
yeah.
Speak, right? Whatever you want to. That okay. That's all. That's it, right? Okay.
Yes.
All right. So the next way, do we say the second way? Well, the second way. This is for JP. Okay. The second way, I learn English through reading books.
Reading.
Okay. Now tell me more. We cannot stop like that. Tell me more. How?
I usually reading. Sorry, I usually. I'm sorry. Wait 1 minute. Okay.
So you can tell me what the benefits of reading books can help you in learning in learning language as a foreign language or in learning English. When you read a book, what helps you to improve your English?
To improve, like when I read book,
do you learn more vocabularies when you read books in English?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I can learn more vocabularies while reading book. Okay. All right. Also, what else? When you read books, do you gain knowledge? Do you gain some knowledge, helpful knowledge about something, especially in English, right?
Yes.
It's also what? It's also help me gain some general knowledge. Right? No, how you write it? Knowledge. Okay. In many different what do I do? Different fields, such as field. Different field. Such as what? Such as any kind of field like business, right? In
Yes,
computer,
business.
right?
Yeah.
Or education, blah, 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 blah,
Education.
right? So reading English help you, a vocabulary.
Teacher,
Yes.
teacher, can I talk? I'm sorry. Exactly, I thought that this thing like about knowledge,
Okay.
but I don't know how to explain the way I speak in English. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. I get you.
But
I get you.
the
So,
sentence is same to my thinking. Like
okay.
about
Yeah.
knowledge.
Right. So now the thing is, JP, so you know that in your mind, okay, so if talking about reading, in your mind, you think about vocabularies. You think
Yes.
about you gain knowledge, right? But
Knowledge.
then
Yes.
you're stuck because you don't know how to develop it, how to extend it, how to say it more, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the thing is, it's easy. If you read English, you know, read books in English, you know vocabularies. And what can vocabularies help you to gain more knowledge, to understand more different kind of fields in English, right? Business, because English is is an international language. So all those kind of fields usually they use English or they write books in English a lot, right? So
Yeah.
just think that simple way. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
So last but not least, right? The last one, but it's still important, right? This is the last thing I want to mention, but it's has the importance also, right? So last but not least, I what else? Like watching movies can be a helpful way, right? To improve your my English. We're talking about my English. Now, Ian, tell me more about this. So this is kind of the general statement that you say watching movies is can be helpful way to improve my English. Tell me more about it. How it helps you in English.
I choose watching movie have a subtitle by English. By English,
Why? Why you choose subtitle movie?
because it's help me understand that movie.
Okay, so you will say usually I choose movie with subtitle, right?
Subtitle. Yes,
Title, right? Because I
because
can understand
yes, I can
uh,
plan.
more, right, about what the movie is, what the movie is about in both, right? Because subtitle means both languages, in both my mother tongue,
Yes,
right, mother tongue and English. That's the reason why you watch movie with subtitle, because you are not very in advanced level of English only. So you need help with your mother tongue. So you need to see how they say that in your mother tongue uh, in terms of English, right? So you understand more. So then you can, then later on, I can copy the idea. For example, I mean, like you can use the word, the word correctly in English. That's easy, right? That's the way you think, right?
mm-hmm.
So you can tell many things. You can keep saying, keep writing, keep talking non-stop, as long as you know what to do, right? That's it. And then you see, I list three of them easily, right? The first thing, the second thing, the last thing. So that's the ways you learn English. So you might learn English different way from me, right? Or you can say I learn English by if I don't have any partner, I practice by myself. I speak to myself, right?
Yes,
Anyways, right? No way is wrong, no way is right. It's just the way you want to tell people how you do that. Okay, so I will send this slide to you, this one to you, Okay.
Mhm.
I will say this one. So you just plug in, let me see. Okay, so this one you can say the same thing. So you plug in this information, you might come from different country. So you plug this in. Plug in
Yes.
means you replace my idea, right? So
Okay.
the first way learning let's see, you can copy this one is, then make sure, okay, practicing. So this one, you can plug in your idea. Maybe reading books, maybe watching movie, maybe traveling, maybe um, uh, go out in the street and talk to the native speakers or the travelers. Or maybe you can just speak English to yourself, whatever, right? And then make sure you tell me more. Tell more. Don't just stop, tell more. 1 or 2 sentences more about it, right? Then the second way I learn through whatever you, right? Okay, so you plug in your information, right? And tell me why it helps you, right? The last one is whatever, plug it in. So 3 ways. Okay. I got it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So is that easier now?
Yeah,
Is that easier now?
Not
Okay.
No, it's
not
easy.
very much.
Not. It's easy. It just first of all, always structure. Always structure means you put a frame, a structure in your mind, what you want to say. So, okay, if they ask you ways to, right? So you list the 3 ways. That's good enough. First way, speaking. Okay, speaking. Just say speaking, and then why? What do you do with speaking? Okay, you may meet your friend and practice with your friend. You may travel to another country, the country that's speaking English, or you may um, call your friends on the phone and practice whatever way, right? But stick with speaking, right? Second way is listening. For example, listening. How do you do listening? Oh, I listen to the radio in English. I listen to YouTube channels in English. I listen some of my teachers' assignments sent to me. Whatever, right? And last one is what? Writing. Okay, what do you do with writing? I start writing with a simple question, a simple sentences. I learn how to make a question. I learn how to write the sentence correctly. Like that. I learn what is the subject, what is the predicate, something like that. Nothing right, nothing wrong. It is just your idea how you do that. Understand?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
understand.
Okay. So next week I will not show any words for you to see. So you will just speak. All right. Try to practice it. Now one of my tips when I start learning speaking, I usually speak or practice it after I'm eating meals, after I'm drinking. So that help my tongue or my mouth muscle flexible. So when you eat, you drink, it soften your muscle, so you can move your mouth easily, right? That's usually when I started learning English. When after I'm done eating, I get a book in English. I just read it. Sometimes like you don't have any idea what to say, you just read a book, a story, then you will learn the ideas from that, right? Of course, that all of a sudden you don't have any idea, but you learn the ideas from your life experience, from all your life experience, from your thought, or you can learn it from books, from movies. When you read a story, you learn something in that story, and then you can copy that ideas. You know what I mean? Like you
Yes.
learn this topic from me. You copy my idea. Oh, yeah. Kay say right. This is the things that I think I do have it, but I don't know what to say. Then you can copy it. It's okay, but try to say it in your own word, right? It's okay to copy the other idea, but it's not okay like you just write exactly what that person said, right? But you put that idea in your own word, in your own word, then it's okay, right? Okay. Okay, guys, so that's it for today. And Ian, I forgot to record it.
No, I
No,
see recording,
no one remind
No,
me.
it's recording.
but I
Huh?
see you because I see you is recording. You are recording the call.
Teacher is
No, no,
recording the call.
I do. Okay, I'm just kidding. See if you get concerned about it.
Oh,
Anyway, okay. So I hope you like this lesson today, and I hope just add one idea. Just say 3 sentences, right? Just one. First way, 3 sentences. Second way, three
Right.
sentences. Last way, 3 sentences. That's good enough, right? Just thinking that you invite your friends out and say, "Hey, Lin, how do you learn English? Can you tell me some of the ways that you learn English?" You don't have to say the whole like 2 hours about that. They say, "Okay, yeah,
Teacher,
yes,
now the ways I learn English by Google Translate. So the first I think about Vietnamese sentence,
mhm,
and I write down
mhm,
on Google Translate, and I copy
mhm,
from I copy from Google Translate to English. But
mhm,
I don't know because sometimes I think Google Translate is not
How is that?
is wrong. Yes.
yeah." Of course,
yeah.
like Google's translation, it is not the real person. Is it not the real
Mhm.
person? Now
Yes.
the language when you speak, it need to have your emotion. You need to have your feeling in that sentence. But Google Translation is the programming. It's it a machine? Is it programming? So they will translate word by word. They
Oh,
Yes.
don't translate your feeling in that. Of course, there's some short sentence that's fine. I am sad. They say I am sad. But if you express a long idea, strong emotion, they cannot convey that meanings. So it will be like for me right here. I'm living here. Some of Vietnamese parents they don't know English, so they show me the translation. I read it, I don't understand. Even though I read in Vietnamese, I don't
Yes.
understand. It's just because they translate it from Google translation. It word by word, right? So, but you can learn this. For example, you say apple in Vietnamese, trái táo, you put apple. Then Google say apple. Then that's right. And you can listen to that word by word will be okay. But the
Yes.
whole idea is no. I don't recommend you. So the
Mm.
whole idea, you need to learn the structure, you need to learn the sentence, you need to learn the vocabularies, you need to know how to put the sentence in the correct way. Express your idea, right? But
Mhm.
learning through Google search or Google translation is one of the way, but it's not the effective way.
Yes.
It's not always the good way, right? Yeah, but you can do that. I would say, yeah, you can do that. Whatever you do, you learn. That's fine, right?
Be- because when I think about English, I cannot make a sentence, one sentence. I
Okay,
cannot.
but that's the way to say with JP. You have idea, but you cannot continue your thought. You cannot extend your thought, which called tell more about it,
Yeah.
right? For example, I say you need to have one topic, and then you have to have the vocabularies for that topic. For example, talking about speaking, you have to have all the words related to speaking. And
Oh.
what can you do? What
Yeah.
speaking helps you? You ask yourself what, when, why, how.
Okay.
Then you can answer that. For example, you see the kids when you are little, you keep asking your parents about one thing, and you keep asking. That is how you learn English right now. You need
Yeah.
to ask yourself, okay, talking about speaking, what can I do with speaking? How do I do with speaking? What speaking help me? When do I practice speaking? Right? Who do I practice speaking with? Something like that. You ask yourself, and then you answer that question in a basic sentence, right? Then you put those thoughts in order. What you want to put it first, what you put it next, right?
Yes.
For example, before I say speaking, I practice speaking. Okay. Who I practice with? Oh, I usually practice with my friend in the coffee shop on weekend or at weekends when we have time. And what do you do when you speak? Oh, we bring up any topic, any things that we can discuss in English. And then what you benefit from that? What do you learn from that? Oh, it helps us to speak English more fluently if we keep practicing. That you see, it's easy. You just say that. For example, JB stuck with reading books. Okay, reading book. What do you do? What can reading books help you? Okay, it helped me learn more vocabularies. And when you know more vocabulary, what helps you more? Oh, it helped me to gain knowledge in different kind of field, in education, in computers, in science, in technology, because these fields they use English a lot. Then you're done, right? That's easy, easy. Just keep that way. Just train because right now your mind is everywhere. Your mind is everywhere. But just train your mind, focus on simple things first. Simple sentence, simple sentence.
Yes.
Got it?
Yes.
But I think you guys do better. Do better. You guys speak faster and better than before. I can see the growth. That the thing is, I don't speak Vietnamese right now, but you do understand.
Mm-hmm.
So thanks for changing to jump in. Without JB, I might use Vietnamese with you guys. But with JB, I try not to use Vietnamese because I confuse him. So, but the whole lesson, you guys understand, which means you guys grow in your English, right? Even though I don't say any Vietnamese, but you understand the lesson. That's a success already. That is your success already.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm
Okay,
very
guys.
when you say it, when you say that.
Yeah, I can say you might not see that, but as a teacher, when the teacher teach you guys, right? So we can see the role by your responding to us. We can see the growth while you are listening and you answering my question. If you don't understand to that level, you don't know what I mean. You will keep asking. And then if I explain it in English, you even don't know. But now you know it. You know when I explain in English. So now if you go to school, you can go to international school, right? You can go to the school with a non-Vietnamese speaking class. You understand that,
Mm-hmm.
right? Okay. All right. I'll see you guys next week, though. Right?
Yes.
Okay. Take care.
Yeah.
Take care. Take care
Okay.
too.
And don't forget that homework. Okay. Practice.
Yes.
Practice
Yes.
speaking. So when you come to me next week, you don't look at the paper and say, right? You don't look at the people say, and just let your thought come in naturally, coming out now. It doesn't matter you make mistake. I don't care. I don't care you make mistake. I
Yeah.
care that the whole thing. I know what ways you learn English
Yes.
and how do you learn that ways. That's all I care about. Okay. Good.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Bye bye. Take
Now,
care.
bye
Thank you.
bye, everyone. Good night.
Bye bye.